Think about modern fitness culture. We're surrounded by endless supplements, wearables, and grueling regimens designed to ensure our bodies are pushed to the absolute limit. This chart shows the core assumption driving all that grinding, a straight diagonal line climbing upward forever, where more effort automatically guarantees more results. We assume that if a little bit of stress is good for our health, then pushing our biology to its absolute maximum capacity must be the ultimate goal. But by endlessly chasing these artificial maximums, we end up ignoring the most powerful, elemental health inputs waiting right outside our front door. Take a look at how teenagers interact with the sun today. Millions of them check the daily UV index on their phones with the exact same intensity day traders use to watch a stock ticker. They are operating on a very specific mathematical equation. In their minds, a higher UV rating equals a faster tan, which means a highly efficient trip to the beach. The problem is, human biology doesn't work like a basic math equation. When it comes to our bodies, more does not automatically equal better, which raises a crucial question. If we spend all our time chasing the highest possible number on the dial, are we actually destroying the very progress we are trying to make? Because confusing pure, raw intensity with actual biological efficiency is one of the most dangerous traps in modern health. To understand how our bodies actually process natural inputs, we can look back at a baseline rule taught in a university nutrition class decades ago. The professor delivered one simple lesson that still holds up. Exactly 15 minutes in the Arizona sun provides the human body with all the vitamin D it needs for an entire day. Think about how jarringly simple that is. The most essential nutrients we need to survive require minimal, brief exposure, not hours of endless grinding. Contrast that stark 15-minute reality with our historical habit of sprawling out on lawns and beaches, baking for hours at a time in the name of leisure. Nature delivers its most powerful health inputs in small, highly efficient doses. Our bodies simply aren't designed to process endless intake. This illustrates the biological ceiling. The human body has a strict physical limit on how much vitamin D it can synthesize per session. Notice what happens at that threshold. Once full, additional sunlight bouncing against the ceiling stops creating vitamins. In other words, human biology operates like a fixed portion meal. It is not an open bar. This exposes the flaw in that teenage UV math trap. Sitting under a UV index of 9 doesn't optimize your beach session. It simply bypasses your biological ceiling and immediately converts the sun's rays into cellular damage. The literal cost of breaching this threshold is immense. You end up frying your skin and rapidly accelerating your body's aging process. When you force your body past its biological limit, you are quite literally trading your long-term tomorrow for the fleeting intensity of your today. This hard limit on sunlight reveals a much grander governing philosophy for our overall health: the minimum effective dose. Let's apply this back to the beach. A moderate UV of 5 successfully provides a beautiful, gradual tan and all your necessary vitamins, completely avoiding the destructive burn of a 9. And this logic applies exactly the same way to the rest of your physical health. You do not need the extreme intensity of running a full 26-mile marathon to build a strong cardiovascular system. You don't need to lift 500 pounds to build muscle, and you don't need to eat 0 carbohydrates to be lean. Effective physical loading can be measured and simple. True biological optimization is not about maximizing the stress you put on your body. It is about finding the absolute lowest input required to trigger a positive change. So, what does the minimum effective dose look like in daily practice? It means leaving the complex gadgets behind and returning to natural elements. Instead of relying on a room full of complex gym machinery, you can use the density of ordinary water to create intense, full-body resistance for push and pull movements. Swimming underwater and safely holding your breath acts as a highly effective, entirely natural form of carbon dioxide tolerance training. And the final piece of this elemental regimen requires the least effort of all: simply stretching out to recover your muscles and securing your exact 15 minutes of sun to absorb your daily nutrients. Stop chasing the maximum dose that hurts your body. Hit the minimum effective dose that works, and use the natural world around you to build a strong, useful life.